Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to access object properties with bracket notation. The second way to access the properties of an object is bracket notation. If the property of the object you are trying to access has a space in its name, you will need to use bracket notation. However, you can still use bracket notation on object properties without spaces. Here is a sample of using bracket notation to read an object's property. So here we have another variable called myObject, and that's equal to the space name is Kirk, the more space is Spock, no space is equal to USS Enterprise. And so here they're just pulling it out. If myObject at space name is going to render out to Kirk, at more space is going to render out to Spock, and myObject and no space is going to render out to USS Enterprise. Note that property names with spaces in them must be in quotes, single or double. Read the values of the properties and entree and the drink of test object using bracket notation and assign them to entree value and drink value respectively. So yeah, first thing we're gonna do, we can look over here. So here's the thing about this. They're having you assign the value here, but you're not seeing it in the console. So the first thing I'm going to do is console.logout entree value. And so that's going to give me this object, right? And so let's do that again for the drink value as well. And so what's happening is it's just rendering out the object. So what we want the entree value to be is to be equal to, we're going to use bracket notations, and then we're going to use a string inside of there, and we'll type out an entree. And so now we'll see that this shifts to hamburger. And so now we're getting the right value. So with the test object, we can type in, we're trying to do the drink value. So we're going to go the drink. And so what they're really, and you'll see it renders out to here. And so we're saving drink value here, and then here we're logging it out to the console here. And so the drink turns out to be water. And that's how it works. If we run the test, I think this will pass. So the idea here is that using bracket notation with strings on the inside gives you the ability to have sort of more verbose keys in your key value pairs. So with dot notation, this wouldn't work. If we were to go to dot an entree like this, you can see we get a syntax error because it doesn't like the space. It's just mispronounced. It's mistyped. And so JavaScript won't even render it. So yeah, that's the answer. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll see you in the next lesson.